If your life is being ruled by back pain, you're going to want to watch the next 3 videos because this is the first video of a 3-part series where I will go into detail on how to solve your back pain. Whether you herniated a disc, are dealing with sciatica, or threw out your back many years ago and it's never been the same, you experience flare-ups every now and then, they're getting worse and worse over time and you have no idea. It feels like it's age-related, but it's actually not. More on that later. But this 3-part series will help you solve your back pain. And it's very simple. All you have to do is put in the work. Today we'll look at how you can build a foundation of strength so you can start moving a little bit more without pain, and you'll also get some massive pain relief using 5 exercises. Next week for part 2, we'll go over how to permanently reduce your pain and build strength and flexibility fast. And the following week for part 3, we will go over how you can get as strong as you possibly can to push back pain so far beneath you that you can't even see it anymore. And it would take a freak accident to bring it back up to the surface. Back pain doesn't have to exist. So this 3-part series on how to solve your back pain is going to be one that you're going to want to watch. So let's dive right into it. Today is all about prioritizing blood flow and getting out of pain. But before that, let's get something straight. Your back pain is not age-related. It is related to how long you've neglected your back. You experiencing back pain right now does not mean that you will struggle with back pain for the rest of your life. It is not a death sentence. You suffering from a back injury doesn't mean you're screwed for life. There is something practical and simple that you can do to get out of pain, strengthen your body so that pain doesn't come back, and you may get to the point where you feel better than you've ever have. This 3-part series, I will share what has helped me get out of pain, permanently reduce my pain until it disappeared, and what I'm doing now to get as strong as I possibly can. So back pain has no chance of coming back, so let's go. Today, we will talk about pain-free blood flow using pain-free movement. What this means is you need to get as much blood flow as possible to the area in pain without causing pain, without aggravating the pain. You do that by, number 1, stop doing the things that cause the pain. This sounds like a no-brainer, but unfortunately, many people are unwilling to sacrifice their time in the present for a better future. So many people are unwilling to pause playing basketball. Most people are unwilling to put down the golf clubs. Most people are unwilling to slow down their life for a short amount of time. And I'm talking like 6 months to a year of complete focus on fixing back pain. Most people are unwilling to take a break from the activities that they love to do for a very short amount of time so they can figure out how to solve their back pain and fix it, so in the future they can return to the things they love and they can fully enjoy them for the rest of your lives. Because let's be honest, if you're in back pain and you're playing basketball or golf or you're skiing or hunting, whatever it may be, you're not going to enjoy that thing more than if you weren't in pain. You're not going to enjoy whatever you like to do, whether it's tennis or fishing or playing with your kids or grandkids, whatever it is. You aren't going to enjoy that activity as much as you could. And you're not going to be able to perform in that activity as well as you can. And also you're going to be focused on your back pain the whole time, and instead of the actual activity and enjoying it and enjoying the people that are there with you, that are enjoying it with you, right? And this isn't just for back pain. This is foundational for fixing any type of pain in your body. You have to stop doing the things that are a bonus to your life, but are unnecessary in the present, and seriously, around 6 months to a year, that's it, of focused work. Back pain would be almost absent in your life. So then you can get to the point where you have years and years and years in the future of enjoying the things that you love. Like, can you imagine doing what you love for the rest of your life without being limited, without being tied down, without being restricted, without having a master telling you what to do or telling you what not to do. That's what back pain does. It controls your life. It tells you exactly what you can do, what you can't do. It dictates every decision that you make. I don't know about you, but I enjoy playing basketball much, much more without pain than I did when I was working through pain or just not playing at all. I enjoy playing golf so much more now without any pain during or after because I don't have to worry about how many days I'm going to be in tons and tons of pain and hardly able to stand up. I can't even comprehend how much more I enjoy life now. I promise you, you don't understand how much better your life can be if you can solve this one thing. So make sure that you're doing your best to stop aggravating your pain as much as you possibly can. Once you do that, then you can actually get somewhere. Now, you can start getting pain-free blood flow to the area with pain-free movement. And this is so important because the blood is our life. And if you're constantly aggravating your pain and then resting and aggravating your pain and then resting, you're not moving very much, which means you don't get as much blood flow to the areas that need it the most. The more blood that we can safely get through our body, the more life our body has, the more life is in our spine. The first thing that blood is the remover. It removes inflammation, waste products, toxins from the body. Blood is also the deliverer. It delivers nutrients and energy and hydration to the body. And blood is also the healer. It brings healing and enzymes and immune cells and a bunch of other stuff to repair the body and heal the body. And what's amazing is we can direct this blood flow to the areas that need it the most. And we can do this simply by using the specific muscles to fatigue, which brings me to point number 2. Burn out the muscles in and around the spine. This is one of the most important first steps after the pain calms down, because doing this allows you to build trust in the areas that experience pain by getting them to safely contract without aggravating the pain. And you also build a foundation of strength that we can use to build off of in the future. You also get some quality pain relief as well. So here's the basics to getting blood flow to the right muscles. You need to burn out the front, the inner, the outer, and the back of the hips. And as a bonus, we'll cover an exercise to burn out the muscles just above the lower back. The first exercise is the front of the hip, right? So we're gonna attack the hip flexors. You can stand on elevation. This is gonna be more important later when you start to add a little bit of weight on your foot. So you can actually start on the floor if you'd like. Foot out, knee above your hip if you can. At the start, you might not be able to get very high, okay? But squeeze at the top, feel those muscles on the front of the hip working. You're gonna work towards being able to do 20 reps, getting your knee above your hip, okay? And then once that starts to feel pretty easy, pretty good, you can start adding weight with something like this. This is a monkey foot, which allows you to strap dumbbells to your foot. And same thing, get that knee above your hip. Control down, really try to squeeze at the top, squeeze and control down. Once I start adding weight, I like to go down to about 12 reps. Sometimes I'll still go to 20 reps as well. It just depends. You can also use kettlebells. Kettlebells work great for sticking your foot in the handle and lifting up as well. With this exercise, you will get a deep burn in the front of the hip, and you may feel it even in your lower back. It's gonna feel amazing, especially afterwards. And you may get a lot of relief with this one. Now, let's move to the inner hip. What I like to do starting out is get a band, anchor it to something sturdy, and you're gonna do a simple adduction. And for this one, simply squeeze those muscles as much as you can. The focus here is just squeezing those muscles, and you can go a little faster. It's up to you. Just making sure to keep those muscles engaged, get a good burn. And again, high reps. I like 20 to really burn out those muscles. Once you start feeling good with that and you're comfortable with progressing to the Copenhagen plank, this is optional, but I find it's very, very helpful when you start to build strength in those inner thigh muscles. It's kind of hard to really strengthen these muscles and get a lot of blood flow at the same time, but the Copenhagen plank is amazing. Okay, you'll start on your side like this with the bench above the knee, and you can get as close as you possibly can. You can even use this bottom leg to support your weight and give you a little assistance here. And then from there, you're gonna focus on driving your knee into the bench again. You can drop that leg, bottom leg, to use assistance. And the goal is to work towards not using assistance here. And then moving just below the knee and eventually work towards getting towards your ankle. I like holding about 20 to 30 seconds here. And this is gonna light up your entire inner thigh and show you where you're weak here. But there's no rush to get to Copenhagen plank at your ankle. Getting blood flow with a simple adduction is plenty, because there are other exercises that you can do for those inner thigh muscles. Okay, I've just found the Copenhagen plank to really challenge me, and I get a lot of strength building, a lot of bang for my buck out of this one exercise. Okay, next we're gonna go to the outer hips. Okay, this is the outer hip burnout. 3 exercises back to back to back, 30 seconds each, no rest in between. You're gonna start in this 90-90 position, lift your foot for the first 30 seconds. And you're gonna hold there. If this is too challenging, you can lean away. This makes it a little easier. Second 30 seconds, second exercise, lift your knee. Keep driving your foot up to the ceiling. 30 seconds there, and then you're gonna drop to your elbow on this back side, extend the leg out, and drive that heel to the ceiling again, really burning out those hip muscles. If you need a little bit more of a challenge on this one, you can add a weight to your foot. I recommend wrapping it with a band or something like that, but you can add a simple weight to your foot. You don't need much. That's gonna help you progress and strengthen that exercise. Final exercise is the back extension. This is probably one of the most important exercises in my overall journey. And the reason for that is because this exercise targets the entire backside of the body, and it's one of the safest lower back exercises you can do, okay? And it also just really engages those lower back muscles. You're gonna start by holding this top position, driving your hips into the pad. Use assistance if you need to, but we're working towards 2 minutes without assistance, okay? Once that becomes easy, and make sure don't work through any pain. Don't work through any pain with any of these exercises, but this one specifically, don't work through any pain. Once 2 minutes becomes easy, then we're gonna make it a little more difficult, going to one leg at a time, work towards 1 minute on each leg. Again, you can use assistance. And then from here, we're gonna start incorporating movement, and you can keep your spine really flat to start and experiment with some movement. But the goal is no assistance, okay? And round at the top. Get a full range of motion at the bottom. You'll feel a nice stretch in the backside, and then lead upwards with your head. Down with your chin. You can think to lead with your chin to your chest, then back up with the top of your head. And from here, the goal is 30 reps with 2 legs. And once you can get 30 reps, then we'll go 1 leg at a time, working towards 20 reps on each side. Again, when you make the transition to 1 leg at a time, you can use assistance and just experiment, because this is much different than 2 legs. okay? You may be very weak with one leg at a time. So making that transition, make sure that you start using assistance and work up from there. Now we looked at the hips, around the lower back. There's also an exercise, the fifth exercise, that we can target the muscles just above the lower back, okay? Now, generally these muscles are extremely weak and it leaves that middle of the back very vulnerable. So this can be very sensitive starting out. I recommend starting with your hands, okay? Okay, you're gonna lay down on a bench at a 45-degree angle, arms straight in front of you, and then you're gonna raise them in a Y position, squeeze those thumbs back at the top, and then control down, reaching out in front of you. You're gonna feel those muscles in the middle of the back. Really go slow and just feel those muscles working. You're gonna get a really good burn in the middle of the back, and then control down. I like about 6 to 8 reps, okay? And the goal, just like well, all of these exercises, is to get stronger. So, okay, you can add dumbbells to this exercise, and it makes it really intense, but it's much needed to develop protection in the mid-back muscles. To start, I recommend doing these 5 exercises up to 3 times a week and go through them once, twice, or even 3 times on those days to get really solid blood flow, okay, and start to build strength in and around your spine. Now, the third and last thing that you can do to increase the blood flow, to increase the healing, to remove all the inflammation, deliver nutrients, all that good stuff to the area that is in pain, is using other blood flow methods. These methods are using the sauna, red light therapy, massage. Get outside in the sun if it's warm outside. The more pain-free blood flow, the more pain-free movement you can get with your body, the better you'll be. And on top of that, you'll feel 10 times better. If you focus on keeping your pain to a minimum, do the 5 exercises up to 3 days a week, up to 3 sets through all of them, to flood the area that's in pain with blood flow and get some form of daily movement. Do these 3 things and let me know how much better you feel. And by next week, you may be ready to apply the next steps to solve your back pain. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.